guys, we got this great clip from one of our long content videos. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Enjoy.
So yeah, to answer your question about the syndication, I joined the group. They started teaching me how to do it. I actually went to a couple of seminars. Then I also joined, believe it or not, I invested in Cardone Capital, $1,000, just so I could get in calls with one of the guys that's syndicating big millions of dollars into deals. So I invested so I could watch him, how he spoke, how he talked about things, how he talks to investors, how he talks about many things, and just basically trying to pick up what I can from, like, you know, all this experience that I'm getting. And at some point, just kind of going for it, like just kind of going for it. And because I think you can only learn so much by watching and studying. At some point, you gotta go for it. And if you get punched in the face, then you just learn how to do it. My process was to learn basically the technical side of it, which is really important. But the reality is there are experts out there, like a SEC attorney. So instead of having a regular real estate attorney, you actually hire an SEC, which is Securities and Exchange Commission attorney, which is a specialist that produces a syndication. So it's a syndication is just paperwork. It's just a legal paperwork that is pretty standard, which is actually pretty cool to understand. What I mean by standard is that it's about 60, 100 pages, whatever it is. And you just have to tweak maybe 5 to 10 things of it, right? How are you going to split the equity? How are you going to split the profits? How are you going to do this and that? There's 5 or 10 things that you can kind of customize, but it's pretty much standard paperwork. And for people that are investing for their first time, it's a lot to read. But if this is your 10th time that you're investing, you can kind of browse through certain things a lot quicker. So on the technical side, there's experts that actually you can hire. I paid my attorney $7,500 for the legal paperwork. Some people might find that really cheap. Some might find it really expensive. I'm already part of a group, so they told me that was a good deal, so I trusted in them. And essentially, what was cool about having that is I didn't have to worry about, is this paperwork correct, right? Have they missed something? Have they left something in there? Like, what if an investor says, hey, Juan Carlos, what's going to happen if you die? Or what happens if you get divorced? Or what happens if I want to sell my shares? Or, all these questions are there because they've already built that paperwork. So on the technical side, you're leveraging that work that has been done by an expert. So you don't have to be the expert. 2, if you're able to negotiate with that attorney so they can sit in on calls with you, with good investors, or not with big investors, I meant to say, then that's even more value, because if they have very technical legal questions, then you can have your attorney answer it for them. And then on the I would say on the investment itself, again, you have to be an expert on it, right? I've seen people pitching multifamily deals. I've sat down and it's a painful experience to see somebody taking somebody else's presentation and trying to give the presentation. They don't even know how the numbers came into the paper, and it's just bad. So I was very involved in the entire process. And if I had to do a syndication for, I don't know, some tech company or maybe even a multifamily deal, I just would not be able to speak at the same level as I can speak on what I feel like that I'm an expert in my own experience, which is the short-term rental. So yeah, syndication is cool because it unlocks other people's money, and I'm not limited to my own money. That's really the takeaway. If you're doing the deal that's big enough, right, then you should definitely consider a syndication, because you might already be syndicating, but you're just not putting it on under the right legal paperwork structure, and you could be could be liable for doing that.
What do you think the size of a project is where you would start using the syndication and spending the money. And I would say I agree with you. I spent a lifetime of doing small deals where we partnered with people who had cash over the last 10 or 15 years. They clearly weren't syndications, but then as we started to get into this bigger stuff, we did it the same way you did. We've hired the best attorneys that the money can buy and the experts in the field.
Hey guys, thanks for watching that. Subscribe to our channel, watch this next, and then also check out the pinned content for more great content, guys. God bless.